So when you're riding one-handed on a horse, that sort of presumes everything is going perfectly. At any time, so because there's no physical forcing of the turn with the neck rein, like you can crank that head around with the grip rein. At the moment he doesn't respond to the neck rein, that's no longer an option for you. You gotta go to the neck rein. You gotta go to the other rein. So correct with the other rein. Just start holding the horse in the turn, and then see if you can start initiating. So just start rise up, that total lateral flexion. Okay, so now, remember I said there's two neck reins, one with opposition and one without. And what is opposition? What causes opposition? What? I think Doug's talking. Is that you, Pat?
She is no.
Oh. What did you say? What? Opposition is impeding the forward motion of the horse, but what's causing the opposition? Backward pull on the rein, that's all it is. Anytime there's backward pull on the rein, it's called the rein of opposition. Now, Pat, you and Barb were watching last weekend when I went through this, and I said, no matter what I say, you guys are going to continue pulling back on the reins, because it's the only direction you know. And so the neck rein with opposition, meaning it has some backward pull, is called the bearing rein, and that's what we use in turnarounds. So when you roll back a horse on its hocks, or do a turn on the haunches. So if we're lifting up and over, that's the bearing rein, and that's the neck rein with opposition. And the only time we would use that is when we want that horse to step back over its hocks. So we lift up and back, and then over. That's the neck rein with opposition. But the purpose of the opposition is to rock the horse back on its hocks. So, since you're all standing here, Virginia, come stand right over here, since you're all just standing there. Anyway, try this for me. Stop. Just softly gather up your reins and become a soft contact. And don't do anything until I finish the statement. What I want you to do is just shift your horse's weight back by closing with the reins and shifting your weight back just far enough until you feel the weight shift back onto the haunches, and then release it. Use legs. Good. That's it. Whoop. Good. Okay? So it's not your goal to step back, although it's fine if she does. It's your goal to shift their weight back. Now shift their weight forward. Do more. Okay? Now, shift the weight back. Good. Okay. So play with that a little bit, because if you can get to where you shift your weight forward, she shifts her weight forward, you shift your weight back, she shifts her weight back, now you have a horse that's really tuned into what you're doing with your weight. So when we start that turn on the haunches, we probably are going to use the bearing rein. So now I want you to close on your reins and shift that horse's weight back, and then lift both hands up and over, as if you were reaching down and picking up a big tray of lasagna and putting it over here. Good crossover steps. Good. Can you shift the weight back? There. Good. Good. Okay? So, you're just going to lift up and over. Just imagine I'm picking the shoulders up and I'm putting them over here. Open, whoop, whoop, whoop. Don't get too much backward movement because then she just thinks you're asking her to back. So once we shift that weight back, he's on its hocks. Now we have to turn. So you're going to open and close, but bring both hands kind of up and back. Good. Good. Oh, good. Good. Okay. You did a 180, and the first step was good, and the last step was good. The middle, not so good, but that was great for a start. Was good, Dorothy. That finished well. I didn't see the first part of it. Did you feel that shoulder slide over? Mm-hmm. Okay. So good, Jen. And, these two right here aren't the most agile horses. But that was probably of all these horses the best one. So good. This is a very agile horse. Focus on the rider, I forget, you gotta praise the horse. If you're doing this the first time with your horse, release it immediately when you feel him move. And then reapply the aids. So, good. That's actually, Dorothy, remarkably good considering she's in her drama mode. So just take a minute to soften her up. Take the time it takes. Okay. Now, a little more in the right rein, more right rein. Bend the nose to the right. Yeah, good. Well, yeah, keep that opening rein opening. All right. Okay, we can do better than that next time. Good. Look up on that indirect rein, up and in more. Look, turn your hand this way. And open more. Sometimes, in Virginia, I couldn't see what you were doing on the other side, but sometimes those opening aids are more important than the closing aids. So, indirect rein. Good. Move the hip. So, the other thing I can do, if the horse starts moving the shoulder too much, I can close with that hand. I can close the opening rein. You're not opening with your left hand at all, Jim. And the idea is the horse is moving primarily off your leg. And because we've been focusing on these rein aids, you guys are so focused on your hands, you're trying to leg yield primarily with your hands. But you make sure you're using a lot of leg and also open with the left leg. Yeah, there, good. Still pulling back a lot, Dorothy, and not up and in. And these rein aids are, you're just starting to get the feel of them. I find the cue in my whole body. So that's how I'm going to initiate the turn, by just going deliberately. Don't like sneak into it. You're riding straight, straight, straight. If the horse does not immediately start a turn, dink the inside rein. And when I say dink, I do not mean pull. Because this is where your habit's going to come in. As soon as you go to the rein, you're going to start pulling the horse around the turn. Just give a little dink of the rein with enough pressure to cause the nose to come into the turn. Once the nose is in the turn, that's all you need. He should find slack there. As long as his nose is in the turn, the rein should be totally slack. Now you're holding the horse in the turn with this position in your body. Bring him out of the turn deliberately. Come back to straightness. And then I want you to go straight for a while. I don't care, 10, 12, 20 steps. And then you're going to start a turn in the other direction. So I'm going to go like this. And by the way, you can't twist and twist and twist around like that. You're sitting on a rigid object. So my hips will only move about that much in the saddle. And I want my body to stay together as a unit in this. So, I want the whole body to be moving as a unit. So if I do this and my legs are staying here, I'm disconnecting my upper body from my lower body. So after you've gone straight a ways, you're going to turn, take the nose, but as soon as the horse has his nose in the turn, hold him in the turn with no rein contact at all, only with your body position. How do you get into this place? Okay, good. Let her find slack there. But not, you don't have to throw the reins. Let it, in other words, let her come off the contact. If every time she rounds up, she finds a softening of the pressure, she'll be a lot more eager to go there. If when she goes there, you keep the same amount of contact on the reins, why would she do it? She's only working for the release and nothing else. The horse benefits from this in no way, shape, or form. This is hard for them. So the only benefit we can give them is a softening of the reins when they get there. Now, you guys can bring it right up to the trot. Also, as you're practicing at the trot, first of all, let me tell you, it has to be in the proper timing, which is with his legs. And, oh yeah, I forgot, we weren't going to trot him. But here's the deal, he's trotting nicely, and I think that's because you're engaging him. So it's probably okay to do some sitting trot with him if he's collected. Well, so what's happening here? Any horse that you have a reason to ride one-handed, because you're doing something else with the other hand, needs to go one-handed. So, the neck rein, I'll show you in just a minute. We'll talk about these other aids, and then I'll show you how to train the neck rein. Because the neck rein does have to be trained. It's not something, the indirect reins the horse will respond to naturally. All other rein aids have to be trained to the horse. He doesn't know how to respond properly when he's born. So anyway, 2 hands on the reins now, and both hands in front of the saddle in the normal rein position. So you have a straight line from your elbow to the corner of the horse's mouth. And the rein aid that all riders know, because this is the first one we teach them, and we never go back and teach them the rest of them, is the direct rein. And so right now, I want you to make a small circle to the left using the direct rein. So shorten your left rein, and to properly execute the forward impulsion effective. Right, Jen? So, sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. We know that forward motion is the basis of all training. We know that before we can do anything with this horse, he has to be willingly moving forward. Right, and Pat, Lisa, that's kind of where you're at with these horses. We want them to be moving a little more forward willingly. So, when you left hand on the left rein, and then just open your hand and invite the horse around the turn using the leading rein. No backward pull. And then, Jim, just play with a little bit of elevation on that rein and feel how it affects the shoulder. You're still out here. So I can still have the leading rein out here. I'm just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. But I want you to start feeling how that's good, Amy. Now you're pulling back. So the leading rein is your turning rein without opposition. So it's going to affect the turn just like the direct reins, but with no opposition. So the first, by the way, there's no young horse being ridden for the first time that you could use the direct rein on. It can't be done. They are hard to get them to move forward. If the whole thing of training is to get this horse to move forward, and then I go to do this, it doesn't compute to him. So we use the leading rein. The leading rein is considered more of a training rein. But not just in that young horse, because we would use it to teach turns on the haunches, pivots, spins. There will be times when you would like to affect a turn without interfering with the horse's forward motion. That's what the leading rein is for. And could you feel, Virginia, if you just slightly elevated that rein, it really brings the bend deep into the shoulders of the horse. Okay. Your hands forward, because look, turn around and look at me. This is something she can see, and it helps her. Your arms become even more important when you're riding without the bridle, because the horse has way less information. So set the turn, bump the nose. Good. Bump it again. Good. Good. Hold the horse in the turn with your outside aids. Ride the horse very deliberately back to straightness whenever you want. You guys are just jumping right ahead to no reins. I kind of like that, if it works. Reinforce. Okay. Don't remember that reinforcement needs to come within a second of the cue. So if you go to no reins too fast and you lose your ability to reinforce, it's going to take longer for the horse to learn it. You guys pretty gassed out? Because that's the impression I'm getting. Alright, well, we did a lot of good work here today. We covered a lot of stuff. And I can't even remember all the stuff I talked about. I would strongly encourage you to write anything down that was significant for you to learn this weekend. Write it down tonight if you can, because you're going to forget it. I know you will, because I know I do. I go to a clinic. I keep a little notebook with me when I go to clinic so I can write stuff down as I learn it. So I have this whole box for a little cut-shaped notebook that from every clinic I've ever been to, and I love to go back and read through those and remind myself that it amazes me how much stuff I've forgotten when I go through those books. So I encourage you to write it down. Lucy and I are going to be here a little bit longer while we're packing stuff up. If there's anything else you need, or if you got a tab you need to settle, please do. I want to thank all you guys that are riders here, whether you're riding now or you're over earlier. Some of them already up, I think. But thank you guys for riding with me. And I would have been here if it weren't for you, so thank you. So just holler at me when you're ready, Sue. All right, thank you guys. We'll see you next time. I appreciate you being here.
Well, she talks about him, dreams about him, thinks about him all the time. She's got to have him, be lost without him. You can see it in her eyes. What is it? What is it with girls and horses? She says, now when I was a young girl, they were my whole